Hello and welcome to this week's reading vlog. So this week is exciting for two reasons. One, it is the Orilium Gear Up Readathon week. It is currently the 14th of March as I'm recording this little introduction bit, so it's literally started today. And two, because I'm hopefully going to read all of the Tea Dragon Society books. So yeah, what to talk about first? I guess I should talk about the readathon first and what's happening and what's going on. So this week is Orilium Gear Up, part of the Orilium readathon. This is the second one. There's round one last year, and this round is essentially week long, and you're just going to get your little conduit and legacy. So you pick one conduit and one legacy, and they both have prompts, so you need to read 2 books to get them, and you've got the week to do it. I've picked 3 things to do, like 3 prompts. I am like 99% sure that my conduit is an orb and my legacy is the locket of clear mind. However, I want my orb on a staff. And I have been told that later on we'll find out more about the magic and stuff, so obviously if the staff ends up holding like something I would prefer to have to like help later on than the orb, then it makes sense to be able to use it. So for right now I'm going to do both of the prompts. So for the conduits I'm doing the prompt for the orb and the prompt for the staff. You can only like use one, like have one as a power like source, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I'm pretty sure is the case. So I'm just going to do them both, and then if I change my mind when I find out more about it, like I have the ability, because I will have fulfilled the prompts, to actually have them. So that's the plan. So to make it the easiest way of showing what I'm reading, I'm going to tell you about the legacy prompt first. So the legacy prompt is to read a book in 4 or less sittings. Okay, cool. And then for the conduits, the prompt for the staff is to read a book from a series. Okay, cool. And then for the orb, the prompt is to read a book with a sun on the cover or in the title. Okay, cool. So with those prompts, these books fit in. For the orb, which is the sun on the title, the only one that fits it is the last one, but for the other 2, like books 1 and 2 are interchangeable. So yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy, hopefully. So I guess now I should talk about the books. So obviously I can only really talk about book 1 because I haven't read or looked into the other books in case they spoil something in book 1. But yeah, let's just pick that one up. So this is the Tea Dragon Society by K. O'Neill, and all that I really know about it is these are like little tea dragons and people get them, and yeah, I'm just going to read the back because like all I know about this book is what I've continuously read off the back. So, after discovering a lost tea dragon in the marketplace, Greta learns about the dying art form of tea dragon caretaking from the kind tea shop owners, Hesekiel and Eric. As she befriends them and their shy ward, Minette, Greta sees how the craft enriches their lives and eventually her own. It's just sounds super cute, super nice. Obviously it's got the fantasy elements because like tea dragons, and I'm pretty sure, well, like, I don't know which one of these is the main character, but this one's got horns and this one has got ears and a tail. So, you know, we're definitely looking at the fantasy aspect here, and they're just really nice graphic novels. They really, really colourful images, and they're laid out really nice. Like, they're laid out in a way that I can read. I like it when they're nice and spaced out and you can see, and yeah, you can kind of just see all the different colours throughout that. But yeah, so this is book 1. Obviously I'll be reading book 1 first. So I read all of this last night and it was great. I read it in like 2 sittings, so it counts for that prompt, but more importantly, the book itself. So this is our main character, Greta. This is Minette, and this is the Tea Dragon Chamomile. So yeah, that's like, I don't know that, I understand it all, and oh my gosh, it was just so lovely, honestly. We explored Greta both having parents, but at least her mom is a blacksmith and, you know, is teaching her that trade. She then got interested in tea dragons and has gone to the Tea Dragon house where these 2 guys run it, Eric and Hesekiel, and they also have Minette living there. And then we learn about Minette and her background and about all these tea dragons, and we essentially see it through. So the book is kind of split into 5 sections. So section 1 is spring, and we go all the way through to like summer, autumn, winter, and then we also have like an epilogue at the end that gives us like just a little bit extra. But honestly, it was so good and so cute. Like, I wanted to like also read the sections in between the sections. Obviously, like, you know, like a whole year passes throughout this book, so we only see like a few little interactions per year, but it's just like when one section ended and then you knew it had been like, you know, at least a few weeks if not months between sections, it was like, I want to see all the other stuff as well. Like, yeah, it was absolutely lovely. And then to top it all off, the at the very back was like a little Tea Dragon handbook, like some extracts from that, and that was fun to read. But the last 2 pages of it were just about 8 specific tea dragons and learning more about them and their characteristics and what they like and dislike. And yeah, it was great. 100% would recommend. I'm giving it 5 stars, and I can't believe I didn't read it sooner, honestly. So then I think this morning I'm gonna start my day by reading this one. This is the Tea Dragon Festival, and I guess I can read the back now. I honestly don't know if the back of this will give away spoilers at all. If it does, right now on the screen I'll have spoilers written. Rin has grown up with the tea dragons that inhabit their village, but stumbling across a real dragon turns out to be a different matter entirely. Aiden is a young dragon who was appointed to protect the village but fell asleep in the forest 80 years ago. With the aid of Rin's adventuring uncle Eric and his partner Hesekiel, they investigate the mystery of his enchanted sleep. But Rin's real challenge is to help Aiden come to terms with feelings that he cannot get back the time he has lost. This sounds great. So there were no spoilers there for book 1. Obviously Eric and Hesekiel are the same people, I would assume, as the 2 tea shop owners in book 1. But yeah, having a quick flick through this, I am assuming it actually takes place before book 1, because Eric and Hesekiel look younger. So yeah, no spoilers for book 1 here, so I don't know if you have to read it in this order. It is number 2, so I assume so. But yeah, they sound really good. So we're following a different main character written, and yeah, I don't know, this sounds great. I'm gonna get reading, and I'll maybe try and check in halfway through. If it's split into 4 sections, again, that should be pretty easy. So yeah, I'll give it a read and let you know what I think. Okay, so I read the first half of the Tea Dragon Festival this morning. I got up to chapter 4. It's split into chapters, this one, and it's really fun and really cute so far. I'm really happy with it. There's a lot of new characters, so I don't feel like I've 100% got all of the names down yet, but the only 2 characters that are the same from book 1 to book 2 are Eric and Ezekiel. So yeah, it's a fun time, it's a good time. There's a dragon, like a real dragon, not a tea dragon. And yeah, the tea dragons seem very much in the background of this one. They're not really a part of the story that much, but honestly it's just a lot of fun. Like, there's not much plot at the moment except for the fact that this dragon has slept for 80 years and like, why is that? But I'm still having a good time and I'm having a fun time, so yeah, we'll wait and see where it goes. Okay, so it's super late, it's like 1:30, but I've eventually just managed to find the time to finish this. And it was so lovely, it was great. It had so many important messages in and had such a variety of people. The main character was like non-binary. The town in which they were in had all learnt to speak sign language because one of them was deaf. We obviously had the tea shop owners bring in like a gay relationship into it, and just so much more. There were conversations between the main character and the dragon. There was just so much, and it was such a great book, and the story was cute and sweet. Like, it essentially all just led up to this Tea Dragon festival with like the odd bit here and there, but even the big like mystery of the story, finding this like spirit that had put the dragon to sleep for 80 years, even that was like resolved in such a cute and sweet way, and it was all great and I had a really good time. I'm hoping to read the last one of these tomorrow, and then I will have read them all, and I guess after that point I'll just figure out what else I want to read this week. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, so yeah, would definitely recommend. Reading sprints have started for today. I was going to update beforehand, but I'll update in the first sprint. Okay, so it's like 6:10. I'm going to sit down and try and read this before tea, and then I'll have to go back to work after tea. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I'll read the back of it, as you know, I haven't been able to until now. Okay, this has definitely got spoilers for books 1 and 2. Just looking at the cover alone, you can see that if you've read them. I will read the back now, but if you don't want spoilers for book 1 or 2, I'll put a timestamp somewhere on screen, and that'll be when I've finished talking through. So yeah, I'm going to read it now. Over a year since being entrusted with Ginseng's care, Greta still can't chase away the cloud of mourning that hangs over the timid tea dragon. As she struggles to create something spectacular enough to impress the master blacksmith in search of an apprentice, she questions the true meaning of crafting and the true meaning of caring for someone in grief. Meanwhile, Manette receives a surprise package from the monastery where she was once training to be a prophetess. Thrown into confusion about her path in life, the shy reserved Manette finds that the more she opens her heart to others, the more clearly she can see what was always inside. So reading it only not spoiled, but reading the back of this, it's only the main 2 characters from book 1 that were spoken about. But if you do look here, you can see the 2 of the characters from book 2 in the background, which means it's definitely happening after, in case like the synopsis wasn't enough. And obviously we've got our 2 tea shop owners here as well, so yeah, really excited to get to read it. Okay, hello. It is so ridiculously bright and sunny today. It's taken me so long just to figure out where I can be seen, but I'm here. Last night I finished this and it was amazing. It was so good. There's not really a lot I can say about it. Like, the story's cute, the story's nice. You see so many different types of people. We're back with the main characters from book 1, but we also see some main characters from book 2. So that was really nice to see. And this is the last book. You know, there's only 3 books in this, and the way the epilogue was done just really made it feel like, I don't know, like it was okay that it was ending. Like, it didn't feel like a, oh, like it's ending like I wish there was more. The epilogue very much made it feel like, oh, like here's some glimpses, like yeah, like this is a good thing kind of thing. So yeah, really enjoyed it, would definitely recommend, and I've given it 5 stars. Now, with all that being said, I've now finished my like official TBR, like the books that I needed to read this week, and I've already completed all my character prompts. I actually completed them, well, I completed the last one last week, so you know, I'm done. So I don't really know what to read, to be honest. There's only one book on my TBR that I really like fancy reading right now, and that is City of Fallen Angels, which is book 4 in the Mortal Instruments. This is a reread for me, so it's just going to be super simple and easy to read, honestly. And that's kind of why I fancy it. Book 1 of the Mortal Instruments, we meet Clary and Jace. We learn about shadow hunters, we learn about the baddie, about the goodies, there's betrayal, there's love, there's loads of stuff. And honestly, for me, because I read it when I was younger, like I read it at probably like the perfect age to read these. I was like 13, 14. Reading them now, even though they're not as good, like I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, they're not as good. These characters are teenagers, and you know, like it's not the same feeling. Like I'm long past that, but the actual books themselves, like they are decent. They're good stories, you know, you can feel the story coming along, and I feel like you can also have that slight bit of reminiscing. Like it's been more than 10 years since I read these, like not this one specifically, like I don't know how long it took me to read them. So yeah, it's a good time, I'm enjoying it. I actually started reading this one before. I'm going to take the bookmark out and start again because I only got a few chapters in and I don't remember what I'd read. This is what I'm going to read next. It's not for a prompt, it's not for anything. If something else comes up that like needs to be fulfilled, I'll do that instead, but I think I'm just chilling for the rest of the week, which is quite fun. What have you got?
Cajun seasoning. If Heather doesn't like it.
Hello. Hello. Oh, you're so cute. What you doing? Are your bird friends out? Yeah, who's your bird friends? Hello. So, I'm trying to figure out if I've updated about this book, and I can't figure it out. So, if I already have updated, apologies, but here it is again. So I'm now on chapter 13, so I've really not got a lot to go, so I'm going to definitely finish it today, tomorrow at the latest. Like it's Saturday now, so I'll probably finish it today. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's just I don't think it's as good because I already know what's going to happen. Basically, I feel like it's a bit immature, which is to be expected, but like it's still really good. Like that's the thing, like even though it's immature, I'm like, oh, for Christ's sake, like just communicate, like just communicate. Like I just can't be arsed with that, to be honest. Like it happened in so many books now where like a big issue or the main issue is just like lack of communication. I'm just like, no, just don't, like just don't. But yeah, whatever. But like the actual story I'm enjoying, but there doesn't seem to be a lot happening in this one. I know this is book 4 of the series, and I'm pretty sure I felt this way when I was first reading them, that this one was just kind of filler to get from book 3 to book 5. Which it definitely still kind of feels like, because like I'm at chapter 13 and still nothing has really happened. Like, we've just had introductions to new characters and expansions on like people's relationships and people's friendships and what people are up to and where people are within the world, and yeah, just not a lot's happened still, so it's definitely feeling very fillery, but I'm gonna keep going and I'll give you my rating at the end. Okay, it's now Sunday. I'm basically ready to just like be done. I'm happy. I want a cozy little day, so this is where we're gonna leave it. I did finish City of Fallen Angels last night and it was good, it was fine. I gave it 3 stars. It was definitely a filler book to like mainly introduce what's going to happen in the next 2, but it was still fun. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars. Nothing special, wasn't as good as the others in the series, but still a good time. So yeah, I haven't read anything else, and to be honest I doubt I'm going to today. If I do finish something else today, I mean, I've got a graphic novel that I'm halfway through on NetGalley and a poetry book that I'm halfway through on NetGalley, so if I choose I want to read for a bit, I'll probably just finish one of those. But I think that is it for this video. So yeah, really happy with how the entire week's gone really. I finished my prompts for the readathon, I read an extra book on top of that, and it's all just been a good time. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Do give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!